Hey everyone, here to talk a little bit about my Obliterators that are part of my Harbingers Warband. So first thing you'll note, these are not Obliterators, these are Centurions. So as kind of fitting with the rest of my mecha style, my kind of more, less chaosy, more tactical or gritty tactical type Marines, I wanted to make my Obliterators similar. So I found this amazing conversion done by Lazarus Crusader. He created a kind of guide how to do this, what he calls the ZABDI pattern Centurion. So much better in my opinion. Basically, a much more hulking kind of style of a Centurion, a little bit more of a mech suit rather than a big kind of blocky, weird, Centurion as it currently is. I think taking off the hurricane bolters from the sides of the center part of that armor is huge, as well as just spreading out those legs a little bit to give it a bit more of a stance. These look scarier to me than the other ones. They look a little bit more agile. But really, these are Centurions that have been converted up. You'll notice that most of the parts are Centurion parts, except for the bottom. So these leg parts on everything is again Centurion, but with green stuff and plasticard that has been used to kind of create that little bit of a shell or a little bit of a protective armor around it. Otherwise, really, this is the Centurion kit with just shaving, bits shaved off of it, parts shaved off of it. Also has, some parts carved up and to give it that little bit of a different stance. But everything else is fairly Centurion specific. The guns themselves, at least when I created these ones, I just basically used, the grab cannons and use a little bit of green stuff to kind of represent the flesh metal aspect of those guns. One of the major parts of it is just adding that bigger, plasticard tube to the barrel, just to give it that, because they are pretty strong guns on Obliterators, so they have to kind of represent that. But yeah, that's pretty simple from the conversion point of view. Again, big shout out to Lazarus Crusader for his awesome conversion. From a paint job, again, similar paint job as I've used on the rest of my army here. Airbrush a variety of grays just to give some modulation in color. Most of the steel is Vallejo Metacolor steel, and then just be liberal and good with your removal of the oil and enamel washes that are there. Fairly standard. One thing I did try to do with this at least these models was work on that OSL a little bit more. I wasn't super happy with how the OSL turned out on my my mechs. I thought it was fine, but I wanted to practice that a little bit more. So I did initially start with some glazing to bring that OSL color in, but in the end just used a light airbrush over to give that a little bit more of a smooth filter. So everywhere you see that the guns reflect down on the armor, there is actually some OSL there. So those are my Obliterators. I'll link to the ZABDI pattern conversion. Again, highly recommend it. If you have any questions, throw them down below. Send me a message on Instagram, grab.cardo, or read more about my Harbingers Warband on my website, grab.ca. And thanks for watching.